Mhm, mhm. Beyond when, King? Sorry, I have links blocked off. Now, okay. No problem. Let me announce in CTL. There we go. I'm looking forward to this. This should be a good match. King, I don't know if you got to watch Insaino. Oh, on your alt account. Alright. What is... Give me Pog Vandy. Okay, we will jump over there. There we go. People with their alts and stuff, man. Ian Keith rating with the party at 14. D-Storm, how's it going? You guys got in before the matches even start, so good timing. And Ian, I was watching the end of that ending in that last game was bonkers. Whoa. Good games to both of those players. So yeah, this should be good consistency from King and some wild action from Insaino. Call him the Brazilian Battle Royale Bruiser now, because he left everybody bloody off of that. How's it going, Moodus? Are you surprised by how many awards? King, you're way more consistent than I am. So it's good consistency to me. Alright, King's calling the tails. That'll go to Insaino. Insaino, are you in the chat? Tails never fails, except for the 60% of the time it does fail. Yeah, exactly, King. I agree with you. I completely agree with you on the flip. Let me try buzzing Insaino. Go, he is live. Insaino, it's your choice, home or away. Yeah, no, I don't. I'm not giving you King's audio. Alright, Insaino's taking home. He's calling 18. King is ready. We get the homes marked. Alright. Oh, Insaino spooled for a second there. Let's make sure everything's alright. Yeah, he's good. Okay. Alright, we got readies from both players, so we're going to get this going pretty quick here. And, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I moved my webcam so it was a little more head-on to me. So now you get to see my horribly sunburned face dead on. Alright, King gets it started. He has to tuck out the start. Yeah, Insaino got his max. We knew that was coming, especially after that Battle Royale. God, he crushed that Battle Royale. That was so sick. It would have been nice to see 6-4 be able to continue. And King has to block off his right well. Gonna have to get a few burns in here, but it shouldn't be too much of it. Oh yeah, he's getting the right pieces for this. Great piece selection here. Well, yeah, 3 out of 8, but 3 out of 8 games in an 8-game battle royale is enough to really, put the screws to everybody. The dominance in those first 3 games. Oh, King! King working up high. Insaino spools a little bit, but King can keep going here. He's well above the next box level, and King is going to top out at 87.72. So much for the consistency. Insaino, you're good for game 1 already. Yes, warm-up is done. That's exactly what Mart said. Alright, King. Your selection. Insaino, go ahead, top out. Alright, King's ready, 18. Whenever we get Insaino to hop over and ready up for the next one. $110.38, not bad. It is. All right, I'm going to refresh Insaino's stream real quick. Latam internet. Hi, Yobi, how's it going? Ooh. Once again. Okay. Insaino's on. Pause it. Yobi, it should be pretty early in the morning for you, isn't it? Right now, isn't it? Yes, I've been doing restreams. I don't do them quite as much as like T-Storm or Barbaro or even King, but I like to take like 10, maybe 15 per CTL season. Usually try to get my games out of the way early so I can help out when the sudden rush at the end of the season hits. It's all good, Insaino. I got time. It is. Okay. Yeah, I will just keep it in mind that I'm going to have to refresh our result. I have experienced LATAM internet as a restream. King has experienced LATAM internet. I think we all have, actually. Ooh. Wow, 3G, okay. That's rough. Alright, Insaino, King called ready 18. So whenever you're ready, we'll get this next one going. Should be modified now. You are a little insane. I usually have 1 or 2 misspellings. Sometimes they're on purpose. Oh, Lilith just woke up. Cool. Yeah, you won the first game. King topped out at like 8,000 points. We blame LATAM internet for you not knowing you won. 18. All right, now we have both players ready. We're going to count it down from 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. King's ready for a White Claw already, if he hasn't had any yet. All right, both players starting off pretty good. King's got his left side nice and built up, and Siniso's a little bit kind of off a cliff right here, but starting to get the pieces to fill out the left better. Parity's working good, and Siniso's going to spool a little bit, but we knew that was going to happen. Let's see what King's got. King gets his first Tetris, and Siniso's building up nicely. Not quite ready for the Tetris ready yet. Now he is. King takes a nice skim. Ready for the Tetris. Both players have a Tetris on the board. It's your weekend? What do you do, Keith? Or Ian? It's Tuesday for me. And I'm not M. Bison. Alright, King has to block off as well. Fortunate Z, but he's ready with that long bar. Again, back to scoring. Yeah, I can see why you would be ready for some more, lots of alcohol. I just have to deal with college students and college administrators. Honestly, they're worse than the college students. Insaniso slams home another Tetris. And at the same light count, Insaniso's ahead by about 20,000 points. King has had to take some more burns, but his board is holding up fairly nicely until I said that. You know, standard, a nice adjustment with that eyepiece there, King. Insaniso back to Tetris readiness. We're just getting through the 18 phase of this one. I expect to see some transition games throughout this. Yobi is right, and Yobi, I actually do offer to people that I know have set up Nestor Champs in the pants if they want to do the match on Nestor Champs. Only a couple people have been comfortable enough to even really operate. Nice little tuck there by King. Keeps himself Tetris ready without blocking off the well. Fortunately, has to block off the well right as the long bar comes, but he's ready again. Let's see if we can get some. Long bar takes a safety triple. Well timed, T-Storm. And once again, King has to block off the wall as the long bar shows up. Starts burning it down just a little bit, playing it kind of safe right now, which honestly, the way this game has gone for him, I don't blame him. Unfortunately, has to put a bunch of weight on wells. Meanwhile, score update, King at 64 lines is at 153,000. Insaniso at 63 lines is at 305 and 943. Insaniso has excellent pace going right here. He is on 600k pace. Meanwhile, King is digging and not getting the pieces he wants to really work through this. But gets a dirty Tetris about halfway up the board. That's going to help his cause out a whole lot right there. Insaniso back down to near the bottom of the board, restarting his builds. Gonna have to cover the wall up and burn 3. Nothing too bad. King gets a delayed burn out of there and picks up a Tetris to go 213,000 points. Keith vaporizes for 4 days. It's nice to have things going on in chat. Alright, Insaniso generates a small hole in favor of being able to fill a dependency and has to cover the dependency. 2 pieces before he gets one for the dependency, and King's going to top out at 213. 89 lines, 213. Insaniso, you are good at 385. Yeah, that was kind of a suffer game, King. I know the pain. Hell, it feels like every time I transition, I immediately start getting droughted. Yeah, Insaniso, go ahead and just Top out. You're good. All right, Insaino takes game number 2. And Insaino, it is your pick. He's going with 18. He is ready. I'm going to take a quick drink of water. King's going to get himself situated. Hopefully get a White Claw soon. Or whatever your choice of drink is at this point. T-Storm, have you managed to hit any of the alcohol lately? Alright, King's ready. Hey, I'm willing to do it. I'm old enough for it. I'm going to count down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, King's been looking to start the reverse sweep. Insaino looking to finish it off. No, tuck setup, unfortunately, for King. I just hate seeing tuck setups right at the start of the game. And every time I play a comp game, I just get stuck with tuck setups for almost every game. I just despise it. Nice little Z adjustment by Insaino there to generate a square hole for the square coming in. Fair enough, T-Storm, fair enough. Alright, Latam Internet is being Latam Internet, but we're not worst shape we could possibly be in right now. Insaino's going to have to generate a hole about halfway up the board. Takes a Tetris and is going to get put into a dig unless he decides he wants to play incredibly aggressive right now. Meanwhile, King has at least picked up a Tetris. He's at 11 lines at 31,000 points. So Insaino has the lead, but is in a bit of a dig of his own. King is nice and clean, working that slope, trying to avoid having to take too many burns. Meanwhile, Insaino has his right well open, but this is only going to get him a single. Hey, T-Storm can be a heavy drinker if he wants. You can drink anytime you want. Anytime you want. Any alcohol can be breakfast alcohol. You just have to drink it in the morning. Come on. Alright, King down to the bottom. Let's see how he's going to handle this one. I like what I'm seeing from King's side. Well, I mean, most alcohol has enough calories that you can just use it as a meal. Alright, King trying to work himself back down to that hole, but gets to square at the wrong time, causing him to not be good. However, score update, King is in the lead at 40 lines at 118,000 points. Insaino's at 37 lines at 91,000. Insaino is still not quite all the way down right now. He does have options. Picks up a double right there. Gonna have to tuck. Here's another double. He is open on 8 right now. Burning down nicely. King is also burning down nicely. King is free and clear. Insaino is not quite free and clear. Might opt to go center well for a little bit. Could just block everything off. I could be a moron. Yeah, Insaino's going to try to keep burning it down. Meanwhile, King takes a skim, grabs a Tetris, goes to 55 lines at 153,000. Meanwhile, Insaino's 5 lines behind, but is 50,000 points behind. Alright, looks like the nerves have calmed down. King is just looking for something with a flat bottom to get a Tetris ready. Gets it, gets a long bar 2 pieces later, grabs another Tetris, pour on the points, and keep this lead up. Insaino is now center well Tetris ready, takes a safety triple. One of the downsides of running center well like that is you do have to do a lot of maintenance, so you end up burning a lot. So Insaino's probably going to be looking to transfer the well back to the right at some point. Takes another Tetris. Unfortunately fills out his right side first. Looks like he's going to be continuing this left well Tetris action, or the center well Tetris action. Grabs another one, has to block something off, a little bit off. Looks like he's going to take the single on row 1. Meanwhile, King has a great board. Takes a skim with that L. And is looking to maintain the double well as he can. Skims one off, grabs another Tetris at 78 lines. King is at 250,000 points. Insaino is now about 7 lines behind at 189,000. So King has managed to keep up the pace. Insaino opting, I'm not exactly sure what he was going for on that one. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be doing a couple more burns and then we'll be close to Tetris ready again. Meanwhile, King slams home another Tetris, 319,000 at 91. So King is on a pretty good pace right here. If things hold up, he might be able to make that 500,000 transition. Insaino looking for the right piece to fill in that gap right there. Gets it taken care of in a couple of things. Puts a long bar flat, but unfortunately gets another long bar way too fast. There's the long bar for the Tetris for Insaino. 94 lines, 242,000 points. He's 2 lines behind now, but almost 100,000 points behind. King picks up another Tetris, puts that long bar right down the middle to help build up for Tetris readiness. It's a very minor burst of J's. There we go. King has a great board right now. Excellent looking board from King. The jitters are over. The mistakes have gone. If he's had any White Claw, it's probably kicked in by now and calmed him down. Insaino appears to be in a little bit of another dig. Gonna take a double off of that, and then a following double off of that J. Sorry, that L. I get them reversed. I'm so used to... my default is guidelines. So. Alright, Insaino taking a double, then a single. Gets his right well open and is trying to build back up for the Tetris. Meanwhile, King has just gotten Tetris ready. Picks up a long bar, gets a Tetris. Insaino is still building up, getting a slight drought right now. There's the long bar. Picks it up, goes to 280,000. King, in the meantime, is at 461,000 with about 8 lines left until transition. So he's got a maximum of 2 Tetrises. There we go. He still has the second Tetris. Long bar just a little bit too early. He's at 127 lines at 485,000. This is a 500k transition, provided he doesn't have to burn out too much. There's the long bar. King transitions at 509,000 right there. Misses the T-spin. Nothing too bad on that one. Insaino transitions around 350,000. So King is well in the lead right now and needs to keep it up because we've seen Insaino do some crazy stuff before. And I call them the red L and the blue L. All right, Insaino, 514,000 is your target. 514013. Get to 515,000 and you will sweep this match. You're probably going to need a couple of Tetrises. Oh, that hang is not looking all that good for Insaino. I don't know if he's a tapper. He might be able to get some stuff over if he is. This is definitely not within my DAS capabilities, so I can't really speak too much onto that. And the left side's blocked off on Insaino's side. Insaino's going to top out at 367,000, so King, you take Game 3. Game 3 belongs to King. King has gotten the first step in. It's that first step towards that reverse sweep. King is ready for 18. Good games, guys. Very good games. There's a little bit of suffer on Insaino's side. So, Insaino, whenever you are ready, we will get this going. GG indeed. Insaino is ready. I'm going to take a cue from T-Storm here and count down from 4. You go in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, and a good song from the Tetris Effect soundtrack right here. This is Lion Garden. I don't remember what effect mode it's from, but it's a pretty good song. Alright, no tucks to start the game with. Always a good sign. Seen a couple of long bars already on King's side, so he's probably going to be taking... Yeah, there we go. King takes a skim. Looks like he's going to take another skim fairly soon. There it is. And King picks up the first Tetris of the game. Insaino answers back right away. Insaino, worth noting, has 11 pushdown points. King has a couple of pushdown points, too. People push it down. It's crazy talk. Alright, King blocks off the right side. His board didn't really allow him to do that, but he is burning down nicely. Gonna drop that right there. Yes, gets the piece he's looking for. And is Tetris ready just in time for that next Tetris? King at 17 lines, 52,000. Insaino at 12 lines, 68,000. So Insaino actually just had to set up for some delayed burns right there. Just burned through it. Quick 3-line burn. Gets a Tetris, goes to 93,000. King is not too shabby right now. Might up, yeah, not going to opt to do that. Goes I flat. Next piece gets the Tetris ready. The piece after that is a long bar. 25 lines for Kingsman, 21 lines for Insaino. King's at 79,000. Insaino's at 96,000. Actually, not has a brief point of the well blocked off, but gets himself clean right away. Looking quite good. King's board is, yeah, puts that long bar off to the in column 9 just to make sure. A few pieces later gets that Tetris. T's will help that board out good chunk. He's got a 4 wide, then he's got the slope. He's got double wide, but not quite right. Tucks the red J, or the red L, whatever you would like to call it. Insaniso's stream chokes out a little bit. He's taking some delayed burns in a little bit of a drought right here, and kind of uncomfortably high up. There we go. Insaniso's going to have to take a few more burns before his right side's open again. Gets the perfect pieces to get back to that. And, oh, hangs the L right as the long bar is coming, and now he's going to have to burn at least 5 more. King, you're getting an opportunity to regain or actually pull ahead right now. You are tied in lines and right about at the same score, so we're pretty neck and neck. Insaniso gets out of the burn, has good pieces to pull it off. Insaniso's Tetris ready. King has gotten himself into a little bit of a sticky wicket here. Gonna take a double with that, and a single there. He's got an I dependency, probably might opt to fill it in sometime soon. Gets a small Z burst. Yeah, there we go. King's just gonna work it down from the top. This is a little bit risky on King's side, and it doesn't look good. Okay, King gets one over, gets another single, fills stuff in, picks up another line, uses a T spawn position to get another line. He's got the left side open, looking for the right pieces. He's not quite getting what he wants, gets the long bar over to keep bringing it down. T-piece helps, gets him a double. Fortunately, has to put some weight on the well right after that. There we go. King is starting to work his way back down. Got a nice little dig here from King. Gets it over. Yes, and he's got the I dependency back open. Going to be able to take a double, but unfortunately leaves Amino right over the 2-down well. Now he has access to the 2-down well. Gets the L that he needs to continue this dig. Insaniso, in the meantime, has gotten 246,000 points while King was working through this dig. King's getting good pieces. He will have his right side open in 3 to 4 burns. Likely. Maybe a little bit more. King wisely decides to flip that J upside down. Sure, all of everything is right. Insaniso, it has a cliff from left to right. Filling it out pretty well right now. Alright, King, down to his last opening. Gets it home. Not quite Tetris ready, but going to take the triple and burn it all the way down. I don't blame you there. That was a bit... And Insaniso has to pause due to internet, so hopefully this won't last too long. King, go ahead and play it. Alright, Insaniso has come back. And King picks up another Tetris. There we go. King has gotten himself out of that jam quite nicely. That was a good dig, King. That was a pleasure. That was a pleasurable dig to watch. Fortunately, it probably wasn't pleasurable to be in, but you did an excellent job on it. Alright, Insaniso has to block off his well briefly, not exactly getting the pieces to fill that dependency, but eventually clears it out with a long bar. Now looking for T, gets a T, gonna burn a double here, probably gonna burn another single, and then this piece will get his right side back open. Insaniso's building up his left well. King slams home a Tetris. Both players are getting very close to transition. King at 123 lines at 299,000. Insaniso at 122 lines at 338,000. So Insaniso has the lead and a very, very slight lines lead right now. Both players have 2 Tetrises available to them for the transition. King has no lines to burn. He's just going to burn into 29 at 326,000. Insaniso's getting up just a little bit high right now. This is going to be slightly rough if he can't get this cleared out within the next 5 lines. Gets himself open, but has to put a piece over the well right away. Pieces are not really agreeing with Insaniso. He can't get a long bar to the left, and Insaniso's going to top out at 343,000. King, you need about 10,000 more points. Your target is 344,000. Let's see if King can pull this off. And it's not looking good for King. King throws the controller, and Insaniso takes set 1. And RNG is a bitch. I agree with you, Insaniso. That was a very tight game. It was brutal endings on both sides. The misdrops. I know the pain, King. I know the pain. So, real quick, let me record the set 1 score. Only 0026 UTC. I've been streaming for 30 minutes. Okay. Are we doing a second set? Yes, we're doing the second set, and King's going to go for the 15 start. Gonna slow it down just a little bit. It's not quite as bad as pumping the brakes to a level 12 start, but I definitely understand the strategy here and can appreciate that. Sorry, one of my ferrets got up and he's doing slightly weird things for that ferret. All right, both players are ready at 15. I'm gonna move these up just a little bit. There we go. We're into set 2. We're on game 1 of set 2. We're going to count it down from 3. And not 3 slash. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And I do not have a weasel near me. Otherwise, I would pick up a weasel and say hi. Alright. King starts off TZS. Let's see how Insaino starts. No tucks. Always nice to see. Taking the brief slowdown just to get ready for it, and we get the good old-fashioned LZ IT start. I don't know if that's old-fashioned, but it's a decent start. No tucks on either side. King is nice and Tetris ready with 12 pushdown points. Insaino is now Tetris ready. He had 21 pushdown points and is going to pick up the first Tetris. King will answer right back with another Tetris. And immediate Tetris readiness, so hopefully we can get another line in here. No suffer games. No suffer games. There's another Tetris for King. Has 9 lines at 39,000 points. Insaino's at 5 lines and has his right well blocked off. He's going to be looking for some fairly specific pieces right there. There's one of them, gets the long bar. Let's see what he's going to go for right there on that tuck. All right, just going to take a split double. Use this T-piece to open that well. And there's the piece that Insaino wants to get ready. In the meantime, King is in a little bit of a hairy situation. He's about to get a dirty triple. He's not quite Tetris ready again, needs to burn out one more line, gets the square to do it nicely, but still isn't Tetris ready, and gets 2 long bars immediately. But he's got a nice slope going right now. A little bit of square burst with a long bar coming for another Tetris, goes to 24 lines at 68,000 points. Insaino's at 62,000, or now 63,000 lines. Well, 82,000 points at 24 lines. As I'm seeing so many numbers change, I can't really talk anymore. All right. Bit of a hiccup on Insaino's side. That's just lat time internet. King's going to take a safety triple. 2 pieces later, pick up a Tetris. Go to 92,000 points at 31 lines. Insaino's at 101,000 points at 28 lines. So slightly more efficient on Insaino's side. But King, a little bit of a hang on that J. King's getting a little bit frustrated at that one. Gets the easy T-spin. Gets a tuck. Might opt to go row 2. No, not going to go row 3. If it was row 2, it might have been a decent idea on 15, but row 3 is a little bit sticky right there. Meanwhile, Insaino takes a quick burn, has to take another quick burn, is Tetris ready, gets the long bar, and now has a, 7 Mino row 8. So he's going to have to use the long bar that he just got to get ready. King is now on row 3. A little bit of square burst, probably, yes, taking the skim right there. Lots of squares coming for King right here. Sees the long bar coming, takes the row 3 Tetris. Is still ready on row 3. Probably going to work on this for just a little while. Gets another long bar for another Tetris. And, yep, still going to keep going on this one right now. Another row 3 Tetris for King. King is now down to the ground. He will be able to burn himself out back to standard right well readiness if he gets the right piece. Insaino is not Tetris ready. He got a couple of quick long bars right there. Gonna have to block off the well for a delayed burn. Picks up the long bar to get the delayed burn result. And is getting the right pieces to fill out the board. King grabbing another score right there. Looking pretty good. Adjusts that T-piece nicely for the square. Insaino burns out a couple of delayed burns right there to pick up a Tetris. King at 198 at 61 lines. Insaino is going to 63 lines at 224. So we have a pretty tight game on our hands right now. The 15 speeds appear to have calmed King down just a little bit. Insaino clears that jail dependency up with the dependency. King has a hang, and pieces are not agreeing with King right now, the slightest. He's going to take the Tetris, get himself in a better situation to operate right there. Not going to flip, just going to block it off and start burning it down from the top. He has the time to do it. 70 lines, he's still got 30 lines until the transition to 18 speeds. Insaino just leaves 69 hay now lines, gets to 73 with the Tetris at 264, so Insaino is ahead in score, true ahead in score. Actually now ahead in lines by just a little bit. King is in a dig, but has a nice setup for the dig right here. He's about to pick up another double. Oh, opts to... could have grabbed a double, but opts to stack the bottom of that J. Insaino just working for more Tetrises. Yes, King is up, picking up a bowl. Gets a long bar to take the Tetris this time. Gonna burn a couple of quick singles right there. Gets a long bar to burn another single. Gonna get a square afterwards. Plays it pretty smart right here. Yes, gets the J, the L that he's looking for. The blue L in this situation. Alright, Insaino has to block off as well, just slightly, and now has a minimum of 4 more burns to take care of over his right well. So King, if we can get you clean, you will be able to start scoring again. Insaino is now clear. Alright, King is looking, gets the T to get the tuck. Starts getting Z-bursted a little bit, has to block off the wall right before the piece, one of the pieces that would have helped slightly. Gonna take a double, gonna take a single, and then gonna slap that long bar down to the right for a triple as soon as he gets into 16 at 246. Insaino is at 352 at 16. We have hit the level 18 speeds, and actually both players have a very nice set of colors for 16 from their captures. It's actually pretty good. It's a lot better than some what I've seen from other places. We'll see how their 20s, how their 7s look. And Insaino's 7s look good. King's 7s look good. King is in a build. He's going to take the triple. It looks like he wants to get back down. He appears to be a little more concerned about 19 speeds at this point. Fortunately, has a couple of eye dependencies. Gets an eye, takes the left one out, takes the right one out for a slightly dirty Tetris, moves into 18 at 305. Insaino's at 383 and 2 lines, now pushing into 18. All right, 6 lines for King, 9 lines for Insaino. King's going to take another row 2 Tetris, and it was on column 4, I believe. All right, Insaino's internet chokes out just slightly. It looks like it's resolving one of those, and King transitions into 19 at 333,000, or right around 333,000. Insaino is going to have to take a triple into transition. He goes in at 396, and we are off to the races. A nice row 2 Tetris for Insaino to go 42,000. King is getting a little bit of the rocking back and forth. He's really working it. All right, looks like King wants that eye to drop in there. Yeah, he gets the eye to drop in there. Gonna take some singles. Try to work his board back in place. Ooh, that doesn't bode well, but it is manageable at this height. Yes, King gonna grab a single right there. Excellent. King's board looking in fairly good shape right now. Insaino is about Tetris ready, gets Tetris ready, has to block off the well on level at 151 lines on level 21, and Insaino's board is going out of control. Insaino tops out at 479, so King, your target is 480. 480,000 points. Can King pick up a win? Can he complete the chase down? His board is not the best right now, but he is in decent shape, and King cannot play 19 enough. 368,000 is when King tops out, so Insaino takes game 1. And King, you're better at 19 than I am. Good games, guys. Good games. All right. Insaino is calling for ready 18. Hopefully the 15 game helped you guys calm down a little bit after the hype of the first match. Both players are ready. We're going to count it down from 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright. No tucks for either player, always great to see. King's left side is built up just a smidge more. Yes, King has a very well-built left side. Gonna have to get his right side built up pretty quick here. Gonna take a single to start working on that. There we go. Nice build. Insaino is a little bit on the flat side right now. Actually has his right side built a little bit better, but he does nail a Tetris. King's gonna have a tuck, gets the perfect piece for the tuck, and the perfect piece to follow afterwards. King is Tetris ready again. Insaino blocks off his right well, and is gonna have to start digging just a little bit. Yeah, quick 3 burns and then a Tetris immediately afterward. Insaino 12 lines, 48,000. Kingsman 13 lines at 69. Hey now, 1,000. Gotta throw that one in there for the King. Insaino gonna grab another Tetris, go to 71,000. King in the meantime is at 92,000. Looking pretty good on King's side right now. Alright, has to take a quick burn, looking for the right piece right now. That long bar is going to help, but unfortunately it doesn't completely resolve it. King grabs a Tetris, and now has some messes to work through. Anything to the right now isn't going to do any burning. Now they're going to start doing burning. Okay, excellent. Alright, King going to take a double in the middle, but gives it a little head nod. Getting into it. Insaino, both players at around 28 lines. King is behind by about 10,000. Insaino is going to take a Tetris to go to 32 lines at 162. King is burning back down. He wants to run right well. Definitely wants to run right well. Right. As I tie my tongue repeatedly. Alright, Insaino has a very big eye dependency in the middle of the screen. He's going to place that square, grab a dirty Tetris to get the right well back open. Now Tetris ready again. Last second flips the T to avoid taking a burn. King is just about Tetris ready. Yeah, takes a skim, gets Tetris ready. Well, yeah. Oh, nice little adjustment by King to avoid taking the triple burn. Gets rewarded with a Tetris immediately, almost immediately afterwards, and then 2 pieces later picks up another Tetris. Gets himself back in contention here. King at 199 at 49 lines. Insaino at 49 lines also was at 235. Just now takes a Tetris. Not Tetris ready for the eye piece immediately afterwards. Gonna burn a couple here. Yeah, uses a long bar to burn another 2. King has a tuck setup, gets the piece he needs for the tuck setup almost immediately afterward, and then grabs another Tetris to go to 247. So we are very close right now. This is about a 1 Tetris score difference, and Insaino's about 2 lines ahead. So it was about a half Tetris score. Insaino's now 5 lines ahead. King goes to 64 lines at 270,000. Insaino's at 65 lines at 307,000. So we are just a little bit beyond. We're getting to that 1.5 Tetris, 2 Tetris right. Okay, King is going to take another burn. It looks like he's kind of working a T-spin setup right now. Nah, not even going to bother with it. I don't blame you right there. That would have gotten a little bit too funky. Yeah, it was going to be a while before you got the T, so just take the burns, get yourself back clean. Insaino has a little bit funky of a board, puts an O in a slightly funky position. Gonna have a tuck, gonna just ignore the tuck, slam the O into 2 and 3. Both players in the 82 to 84 range in lines. King at 290,000, Insaino at 361,000. Insaino has some more burns to be able to get down to Tetris readiness. Long bar to the left, square immediately afterwards to the right, so he's working on the bowl. King is trying to get Tetris ready. Not exactly getting the pieces he's looking for. There we go, that long bar will get him Tetris ready. King gonna take that triple real quick. Play it safe. And King's just gonna work the burns for right now, but he is in a little bit of a drought, so this is probably a pretty good call here. Yeah, King made the right call. He's being droughted. Alright, long bar. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but King, you definitely made the right call and starting to burn there. Alright. King's working it down. Insaino's trying to work it down too, so there isn't a whole lot of scoring going on both sides. Insaino's right well is open. He's only getting a single off of that. Gonna take a triple, and he's at the bottom of the screen. King's dig is going kind of rough right now, honestly. King takes a single, King takes another single. And King hangs Z going to the left, and King is going to let it go at 108 lines, 313,000 points. Insaino, you are good. Yeah, I agree with you starting to burn when you did, but the pieces just didn't really allow you, and this has been very suffering. So Insaino, you are up 2-0 in the second set. This is game 3, so it is your choice, King. King is ready on 18. Insaino, go ahead and top out. We can get this last game. Actually, go ahead and transition if you'd like to. And while we're working on this, I'm going to give Insaino's stream just a little. Yeah. Okay. Ready on 18. All right. Last time internet. Excellent. All right, both players ready. Game 3, we're going to count it down from 3 in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I'm going to grab a quick drink while they're getting ready to go. All right, King, let's get that reverse sweep. King starts off with a brief tuck. Nothing too hard. It's just a ZI tuck. Nothing. Nothing up. Alright, Insaino's stream has blanked out. We have last time internet. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, his stream is completely down. I will keep refreshing to see if we can get this back. King, go ahead and keep playing for now. Well, yeah. Yeah, you had a lot of squares, and a lot of L's there. I just popped over to your side to take a quick look, but it doesn't matter. Insaino's stream died out, and I'm trying to get him back right now. So we are going to replay. This will definitely be a restart when we can get it back. He probably does, but his stream died before he even started the game. So we never even actually saw him start the game. Yeah, Insaino, we're going to restart that game. Yeah, your stream actually died out before we even saw your game start, so we can just call that one a wash. All right, we'll do the redo on 3. King will be ready. See if we got Insaino back yet. Nothing yet. I see King is restreaming my restream. All good. All good. Okay, I'll refresh on Insaino stream. There we go, we've got him back. Alright. King Insaino has returned. King is ready on the 18. We're going to restart game 3. Insaino is ready, so let's try this again. Hopefully last time internet doesn't strike again. Calling it in good fashion. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Alright, Insaino gets off to a fairly blazing start right there. Gets the 11 pushdown points and stream chokes briefly. Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're back to Insaino's standard internet right now. We might have a little bit of slideshow for a second there. Nice tuck setup. I like that tuck setup, Insaino. I gotta remember to try to do some of that stuff every so often. I don't Z-flip when I have the opportunity. I usually want the standard tuck for some reason. Yobi's actually commented on that for me before. Oh, alright. King side. A little rough. He's gonna have to take a skim. Opts not to take a skim. He wants to get the scores where he can get them. There we go. King gets the Tetris. King at 28,000. It's Niso at 46,000 right now. Right, yeah, these games have been pretty suffer for King. It's unfortunate to see, but I hate to see it happen. But it just the pieces just are not. The RNG has forsaken King. I think we can say that has happened this match. There we go, another Tetris for King. King gets to 77,000 at 23 lines. Insaino is at 75,000 at 21 lines. Just grabs another Tetris to go to 25 lines at 98,000. King gets himself Tetris ready. Gonna grab another Tetris, goes to 27 lines at 100,000. So we are just trading back and forth. Very slight pace leads either way. Scores are working off. Insaino's gonna have to burn one more line before he's back to Tetris readiness. Gets the piece to pull it off. Fortunately, he has an eye dependency in row 2 fairly high up right now. Gets the eye, but still needs to burn one more piece. Uses another eye to burn out that piece. And the long bars are just coming Hong bar style for Insaino right there. He is at 37 lines at 127,000 points. King's at 35 lines in a little bit of a dig. Yeah, we're getting suffer games left and right here for King, and he's not very happy about it. And can you really blame him? Tetris, man. Insaino going to take a safety triple. He's got a hole on row 6, column 3. Not a problem. Oh, he caps it off. It wasn't going to be a problem for a few more, but he's just opting to burn it down. He uses the eye bar fill and eye dependency. King's board has gotten out of hand. King's going to have... No, King can't get anything on the left. Insaino, you're good at 147,000 points. If you would like to keep playing, please go ahead and keep playing. King, good games, man. Those were suffer. Yeah, I know the feeling. My CTM match that I had on Saturday, I probably should have won, but I just didn't have it. You did get a game, and Insaino was coming off of a very strong performance a couple of days ago, and has his max now, so. But let me do this. Well, Insaino's going on this. Let's put up some ferrets. Oh, look at that cute face. Let's look and see if we got anybody to rank. Anybody have a recommendation for the reads? Or for the raid? Yeah, King, thanks for coming and playing. Yeah, King, my 19 PB is 80,000. I know the misdrop feeling. Insaino, thanks for coming out and playing. Let's take a look at what we got going on in Tetris. Kibby Bite has a tier 2. It's Billy Mack versus Van Dweller. What do you guys say to going over to that one? Yeah, Kibby's getting ready to go, so we'll get to see the start of this CTM match. Alright, yeah, I'm going to send everybody over to Kibby. Everyone, thanks for coming out. Good games, Insaino and King. Have a good morning, night, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next restream.